Hi everyone, today we have a 50-minute full body Pilates flow. So the class is designed to work on full body movements, and there's an option for every body type and for every level. So let's get started on our mat. So taking your legs out wider than your hips. You can turn out from your hips slightly, so that way you have that natural external rotation without it being too wide or too open, and without it being exactly parallel. Lower down into your squat, taking your hands into prayer, and then come all the way back up. So just warming up our body to start. Really focusing on hinging from your hips first, and then you're bending from your knees. So we're utilizing our glutes here. We're strengthening through our legs, and press. Keeping your chest nice and open through this exercise. Down and up. And press. You have 5 more. 4, 3, 2. On this last one, sit about halfway down, little pulses here, keeping that chest open. So you're finding that length in your spine, slight engagement of your abs. This is 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lift all the way up. Take your legs out a little bit wider. Oh, still keeping that external rotation from your hips. Alternate right and left into that lateral lunge here. Keeping your chest open. Switching from side to side. And press. You have 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come through center in that second position. So you can turn out from your hips a little bit more, taking the hands behind your head, side bend to the right and now to the left, working through your core. So you want to be careful that you're not feeling this all through your lower back. If that's the case, just take your shoulders a little bit more forward so they're right over your hips. Using your waistline to help draw and lift you back up to center. Bend your knees a little bit more. See if you can sit a little bit lower. 4 more here. This is 4, 3, 2, last one, and lift all the way up. So taking your turnout, making it just a little bit smaller. Start with your hands behind your head. You're gonna lean to the side and lift, other side. Now 2 lateral lunges, reach and press. So we're combining this movement, reaching to the side, lift on up, same thing to the other side, and then going into your lunge here, and press. Hands come up and behind the head, reach and lift. Again, press and reach. So as you're bending from your side, you're focusing on lengthening through your spine at the same time. That way you're not compressing through your back. Sweeping the arms behind your head, side bend to the right, and then to the left. And reach. And press. 3 more here. This is 3. And reach. And 2. And reach and press. Last one here. And reach and press. Now reaching your arms up and overhead, nice big inhale. Exhale to release, roll it down. Think 1 vertebrae at a time, or you can go into more of a neutral spine as you walk your hands down to the mat. Turn your legs now so they're parallel, getting that nice stretch through your hamstrings. Lifting your hips on up, being really gentle with this stretch since it's your first stretch for the day. See if you can fold your body in half just a little bit more without trying to push through the stretch. This should be natural. And then walk your feet on in so they're underneath your hips. and then roll it on up, or you can walk your hands up your thighs in that neutral spine. So now turning to the side and walking towards the back edge of our mat. Nice big inhale. Sweep the arms up and overhead. Exhale to release. You can roll it on down. Think one vertebrae at a time, or again, taking those hands to your thighs in that nice neutral spine. It's up to you. Reaching down towards the floor. Walk your hands out to that downward dog. So lifting the hips up high, gently pressing your heels down into the mat so you get that nice stretch. You may feel that one side is a little bit more open or one side's a little bit tighter. So one of your heels may be reaching farther down, keeping that chest open. Just breathe through this movement here. One more breath. And slowly lower all the way down to your knees. So you're on all fours, keeping your chest nice and open. Shoulders over your wrists, hips are right over your knees. Extend opposite arm and leg, reaching into bird dog, and then lower back down. Switch it out, same thing but on the other side. So you're just alternating your reaches here, finding that length through the crown of your head. Again, reach and press and lower. Pressing away from the mat as you find the length through your arm and through your leg here. Again, reach and lengthen and lower. 4 more. This is 4. And 3, 2, last one. Now going into wagging your tail just from side to side. So you're opening up through your low back. Your shoulders can turn slightly with this. You're getting that lateral bend from your waistline and through your spine here. Couple more. Think one more on each side, and then you can go back into your downward dog, tucking your toes, lifting your hips up nice and high again. You can always walk your hands back a little bit more to get a deeper stretch through your legs and to take pressure out of your shoulders. You can also bend through the knees a little bit if your hamstrings are super tight. And just start to pedal your feet out, bending your right knee and then your left knee. Keep drawing. Think about more of this hollowing of your belly. So you're drawing your belly button towards your spine, getting that scoop and lift, and that's really good for your digestion, helps with gravity to aid in that. And just keep alternating through your feet, right and left here, keeping your chest open. 4 more. Pressing both of your heels down towards the mat. Keep lifting your hips nice and high. And now you can walk your feet in towards your hands, either roll it on up or walk your hands up your thighs to come all the way up into a standing position. Okay, let's grab our weights and we're gonna stay standing on our mat. So a little bit of a combination move that we did earlier. Take your legs a little bit wider than your hips here. You can have a little bit of a turnout going into that lateral lunge. You're reaching to one side, back to center, opposite, back to center. Take your arms overhead, and then you're gonna go in and out again. Reach and press. Lift, in and out again. Reach and press. And lift, in and out. Just going at a natural pace that works for you with this movement. Again, reach and extend. And press. And lengthen. So you feel the strength through your shoulders here. You're finding that engagement through your hips and your glutes as you shift your weight from side to side. Again, press. And and lengthen and lift. Again, reach. 3 more. 3. And lift. And 2. 1 more. Now, adding on to this movement here, just bend from your sides. You're going into this lateral lunge. So changing it up a bit, press in and down. So going overhead and then back down, holding your lateral lunge here, keeping that chest nice and open. Again, finding the strength through your shoulders as you press up and overhead. So think lift and lower, reach. Feeling that rib cage connect in and together. You have 5, 4, 3, 2. On this last one, hold it here. Now lower your arms down towards your knee. Shift your weight on over. So your hips are slightly open. You're pointing through your big toe and through your whole entire foot. Reaching that arm down towards your knee. Lift your arm and your leg at the same time. So you can always just lift the arm. You can always just lift the leg here, or try to combine the two, lift and lower, and keep a steady focus. So for me, looking down towards the floor is super helpful. You can also look out to the side, whatever works for you here. Again, lift and reach. 5 more. This is 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 more here. Now the other side. So shifting your weight on over, holding that lateral lunge, pressing overhead and back down. Using that breath to help you. You can always sit a little bit lower in that lunge. And reach. And press. 5 more. 4, 3, 2. On this last one, reach your weights down towards your knee. So shifting your weight all the way over onto that supporting leg. You can lift your leg up an inch and down an inch, keeping this movement as small or as large as you'd like. You can also add the arm, or you can just do the arm. So going through that range of motion that works for you, keeping your chest open here. Nice balance challenge at the same time. And lift. 5 more. This is 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And release back down. So going into your squat position, going into a bicep curl and lift. Keeping your chest open. You can always keep your elbows right in by your rib cage, or you can keep them slightly lifted or take them all the way up so your elbows are in line with your shoulders here. And press. 5 more. This is 5, 4, 3, 2. On this last one, hold it here. Sit low, little pulses through the arms. 8 more. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lift it all the way on up. Let's place our weights out to the sides of the mat. Start just towards the center of your mat and place your hands on your thighs, opening up your chest, going into standing cat-cow here. So you're rounding through your spine and then lengthening to open. Using that breath to help you. Just finding that nice mobility through your back here. Again, round and extend. 3 more. 2. Last one. And now reach down towards the mat, placing your hands on the mat, lifting your hips up high. Fold your body in half into a nice forward fold. Start to pedal your feet out right and left. So you get a little bit of a deeper stretch through your hip. You can always place your hands on your shins. You can always bend your knees and then just do little baby bends from here, whatever feels best on your body. And press. 3, 2, one more on each side. And then you can just walk your hands out, lower it down onto your knees. So shoulders are right over your wrists, hips are over your knees. Tucking your toes under, we're going into a knee hover next. So if you have sensitive wrists, you can always lower down onto your forearms. That's always an option. So you're going to lift your knees off the mat and lower back down. If lifting your knees off and tucking your toes is a little bit too much of a challenge, what you can do is reach one arm out to the side and then switch to focus on finding that stability through your core here. Otherwise, engage. Think from hip bone to hip bone. You're engaging your lower abdominals, lifting your knees off the mat and back down. Lift and lower. So with this movement, you really do not want to have any strain through your low back. This is a way to engage your tummy muscles to take pressure off of your back. Keeping your hips nice and even. And lower, lift and lower. You should start to find that heat in your body. Warming up here, 4 more. 4, 3, 2, last one, and release back down. Lower down onto your forearms, walk your feet on out into your plank. You can always lower down into a half plank. That's always an option here. Or you can go up against a wall, holding your plank, finding the length through the crown of your head. You have 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower it down onto your knees, sit back on your heels, and just reach back into that child's pose. Nice big inhale. And exhale. Couple more. Lifting on up, we're going into push-ups next. So arms go wide on the mat, making sure your shoulders are over your wrists. You can either stay in a half plank, you can press on up into that full plank position. You can also go against a wall if that feels better to do a wall push-up. Lowering down and up 10 times. Ready? Here we go. This is 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, and release. So next movement, lower down onto your forearm. So it's on the mat where your shoulder is over your elbow. Hip is right over your knee. Extend your other leg out towards that corner edge of your mat. Lift your leg on up and down. Keeping your chest nice and open. So you're working through your hip, you're working through your glute here. Total body movement. And press. Finding the strength through your forearm and through your supporting hip. And reach. 5 more. You got this. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now bring your knee in, kick your leg back, lift it up and down. In, extend, lift, and lower. So that way you're reaching out to the hip height and then lift up higher if you can. Keeping your trunk nice and stable. And press. You can also flex your foot if that feels better with this movement. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. reach. 5 more here, and press. 4, 3, 2, last one. Now bring your knees together, lift your knee out to the side and back down. So working through your hips a little bit more here. And press. This is 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release back down. So same thing, but on the other side. I'm just going to turn to face the opposite direction. So lowering your forearm down on the mat. Other opposite, elbow slightly bent, hip is over your knee. Extending your leg to the corner edge of your mat. Lift and lower. You should already find that this hip is slightly fatigued already, just from supporting your body. And press. And lift, finding that length through your spine here. And reach. This is 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Now you're pulling your knee in towards your chest. Reach it out to hip height, lift and lower. You can also flex your foot with this movement, whatever feels better on your body. Lift. And in, reach and up. And press. 5 more. 5. Lift. 4, 3, 2, 1 more. Now bending your knees in towards each other, lift and lower. So think 90-degree angle here. Working through your hip. It's okay to just lift it up an inch and down an inch here. 8 more. This is 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release back down. You can shake out your hips a little bit. And now turning to the opposite side, or staying on that same side if you didn't turn with me, going back into your knee hover. So you can stay on your forearms, arms are fully extended, or you can go into the side reaches here. It's up to you. Lifting your knees off the mat if you're choosing the knee hover option. Lift and lower. Engaging your tummy muscles as you press away from the mat. And press. 5 more. This is 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release back down. So now lower down onto your forearms. Going into your forearm plank, you can do a half plank, full plank, or go against the wall here. If you're tucking your toes under, I want you to go into double knee taps, bend and extend. If you're in a half plank, send your hips back and lower. If you're in that wall plank position, you can do either one. It's up to you. You have 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, and release all the way down. So now going into our push-ups, taking our arms wide on the mat, walk your legs back, either in that half plank, full plank, or wall plank. 10 push-ups, ready, here we go. This is 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Send your hips back into child's pose, reaching your arms nice and long so you get that nice stretch in. Nice big inhale through your nose and out through your mouth. Couple more. Last one. And roll it on up. Okay, so next movement, lowering back down on your forearm. So we're just repeating this series, extending your leg to that diagonal. Hip is right over your knee, lift and lower. So finding that technique and form check for the first 5 to 10 seconds of your movement. And press, so pressing away from the mat, engaging belly button to spine here. 5 more, this is 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now bend your knee, bring it into your chest, extend to hip height, lift and lower. Nice big inhale, exhale. Reach, lift. Being careful that you're not dropping your head here. You want to keep your head in line with your spine. Again, in, reach and lift. 5 more. This is 4, 3, 2, 1 more. Now knees come together, lift your knee out to the side and back down. So trying to maintain that 90-degree angle here. You should feel this movement through your hip, right through the side. You may feel your upper body start to fatigue out a little bit more, and that's okay. 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, release and come all the way back up. So now same thing, but on the other side. Staying on your forearm, extending your leg towards that back diagonal, lift and lower. So working through the side of your hip and through your glute here. Reach and press. 5 more. This is 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now knee comes in, reach to hip level, lift and lower. Lift and lower, taking in and back. Again, in and reach and lift. This is 5, 4, 3, press, 2, 1 more. Now bring your knees in and together, still lifting out of your hips so you're not collapsing down. Lift your leg out to the side and back in. Keeping your shoulders in check, that you're not shimming them from side to side here. And lift. 5 more. This is 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and release all the way back down. Okay, so now we're gonna lie on our side, staying on our forearm here, so you're pressing away from the mat. Start with your knees bent at that 45-degree angle. Lifting out of your waistline, extend your leg towards that back diagonal, reaching your arm up and over to this 4 diagonal. Pull your knee in and then extend. Nice big inhale and exhale. If you want, you can grab your weight, bend, and press. You can do this with or without a weight here. And reach. You have 5 more. 4, 3, 2. Now we're gonna add on with this. So you're gonna go in and out, lift your leg up and down, in, out, lift and lower. Finding that control with the movement. 8 more, this is 8. Press, lift. 7, 6, 5, and reach. 4, 3, 2, last one, and release back down. Nice work. Lift on up. Same thing now, but on the other side. So just shifting on over. So lifting out of your forearm. You can do this with or without the weight, making sure that your leg is reaching towards that back diagonal. So lifting out of your hips, out of your waistline. So you find that length in your spine. Legs are at 45, 45. Extend your leg back as you reach your arm forward, going in and out. You can also add the weight here. Nice big inhale and exhale. Again, reach. Finding the strength through your shoulders here and press. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Now add on to this movement. You're going in, out, hold and lift, lower. Nice big inhale and exhale. Being careful that you're not leaning too far back as you go through this movement. Nice big inhale, exhale, reach. You can also flex your foot here if that feels better. You have 6, 5, and press. 4, 3, 2. Last one, lift and lower. Bring it all the way back up. Make sure you have your weights on either side of the mat. You're going to lie down on your back. So keeping your knees bent in that nice hook lying position, holding onto the weights with both of your hands here, resting your head against the mat, going into a chest press. So keeping the hips nice and even, so you're not rocking it all from side to side. Lift and lower. You can add marches, lifting up one leg and then the opposite leg. So think of them as reverse toe taps here as you lift and lower. 8 more. 7, 6, 5. Keeping the hips nice and still. 2 more. 2 and 1. Release back down. Hold on to just one weight. You're going to hold on to either side of it, reaching up towards the ceiling. You can also do this without the weight. Take both of your legs into tabletop. Reach and extend that weight back by your shoulders and your ears, and then bend and bring it back on in. So your legs are going to extend out to 45 degrees and then slowly bring it back in. So you're using the control of your trunk, making sure that you're keeping that nice neutral spine. Hips are nice and stable here. Nice big inhale as you reach. Exhale as you bring it on in. Again, reach to extend and in. You can also just do the upper body or the lower body. You don't have to extend your legs out as far to that full range of motion. You can just do a little extension and then bring it back in. Let's try for 3 more here. 3, 2. Last one. And release back down. Placing the weight out to the side, take your feet out wide onto the mat. So you have a little bit of that turnout, not too crazy, but just so your hips and your knees and your ankles are over each other. Lift your hips on up and then lower back down. So you're working through the sides of your hips and your glutes here as you lift and lower. Finding the strength through your tummy muscles. This is 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one, and release back down. Walk your feet on in. So now your legs are directly in line with your hips. Next movement, lift your hips on up nice and high into a bridge. Reach your leg up towards the ceiling, lower it back down, lower your hips all the way down. Same thing now, but on the other side. Reach and lower. You can also lift your hips on up and just raise the heel. You can take your leg into tabletop, or you can go into that full extension and lower all the way down. So options throughout this exercise, either heel, tabletop, or extend, and then lower back down. Again, lift and press, taking it on up and lower. Again, lift, reach, and take it down. 4 more. 4, press. 3, reach. 2, and lift. Last one, lift, press, and release back down. So you can walk your legs out to either a full extension, or you can keep your knees slightly bent, reaching your arms overhead. Nice big inhale. Exhale to tuck your chin. You're just peeling this on up. Think 1 vertebrae at a time. Sitting up nice and tall. Reach your arms up and overhead. Bend from your elbows. Open and lift your chest. Reach back overhead again, and then peel it on down. So rolling it on down 1 vertebrae at a time. Reaching your arms all the way back. Nice big inhale. Exhale, roll it on up again. So you're tucking your chin, peeling it on up. Again, lift and release back down. So zipping up your tummy muscles. Reaching all the way back. Nice big inhale. Exhale to lift. And press. And roll it on down. Again, lifting it on up. And reach. Now you have 1 more here. Rolling it on down and then rolling it all the way back up. Nice big inhale. Exhale, peel it all the way up. Bend the elbows, lift the chest, and then reach on up and release back down. Okay, so sweeping your legs around. We're coming up to a standing position. Start with your legs underneath your hips. Reach and extend 1 leg back. So you're holding on to this lunge position. Reach your arms up by your ears. Now taking your knee in and out, lift and lower. So going into that scooter press, lift and lower. You can always grab onto the weights here. That's an option. Keeping the hips nice and stable. You can also come up a little bit higher with this movement if that feels better on your back. You probably won't be able to lift your leg as high, but that's okay. And press, reach. You have 8, 7, and lift. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and lift. Last one. Lift and lower. Hold it here. So keeping your hips nice and even. Think belly button to spine. Lift your leg up and down. You can either keep your hands on your hips or you can reach your arms up by your ears. This is 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, bring your feet on in, reach your arms up and overhead, nice big inhale. Exhale to release. Same thing now, but on the opposite side. So bending your knees. Extend to reach your leg back. Reach your arms overhead, in, out, lift, and lower. Finding the strength through your hips here. Nice big inhale and exhale. Press and lift. And reach. You got this. in and lengthen. Keeping the arch of your foot lifted, so you're supporting your hip and your knee by keeping that proper foot position here. 4 more. 4, reach, lift, 3, 2, last one. Now keeping your hips stable, find that nice adjustment. Lifting out of your thigh here. Lift and lower your back leg, engaging through your glutes. You can also reach and extend your arms up by your ears. This is 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Reach your arms up and overhead. Nice big inhale. Exhale, roll it on down again. So peeling on down, reaching down towards the mat. Again, alternating knee bends here. Getting that nice stretch through your ankles, calves, and thighs. Walk your feet on out to downward dog. Keep lifting your hips up nice and high. So you're pressing your heels down towards the mat here. Keeping that chest nice and open. One more breath. Lower down onto your knees. Just grabbing one weight and staying on all fours. You can also do this in standing if that's better on your knees, or you can roll up the mat. Keep your chest open. Bring your elbow right in by your waistline. Extend and bend. So working through our triceps here. You want to keep the chest open, being really careful not to let that shoulder roll forward. So if that means you need to lower your arm down just a little bit, that's fine. I care more about open chest, proper shoulder position as you bend and extend. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, one more here, release back down. Switch it out. So same thing now, but on the opposite side. Elbow comes in by your rib cage, chest is open, extend and bend. So you're working through the back of your arms here. And press. This is 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release back down. Switching out arms again, so holding on to that weight with that opposite arm. Round through your elbow. Take your arm out to the side and back down. Being really careful that you're not sinking your shoulders or taking your chin forward or towards the mat. Again, keep pressing away from the mat here. Working through your back muscles. This is 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release back down. So now switching it out. Again, shoulder over that wrist, taking your arm out to the side and back in. Keeping that nice neutral spine, finding the length through the crown of your head here. And lift. 8 more. This is 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release back down, placing the weight out to the side. Take a seat and just sweep your legs in front of you, so you're forward. Lengthen your legs. Lift out of your hips. So when you're sitting here, if you tend to sit back like this, and there's not much you can do about it, bend your knees and just start by finding that length through your spine, especially through your low back, where you're supporting your low back by engaging your abs. And just start by hinging forward, feeling that nice stretch, and then you can walk one leg out and hold it. And if you feel comfortable trying to extend the other leg, you can do that. Otherwise, you can keep your knees slightly bent, reaching it forward, or you can extend through both of your legs, flexing your feet, and then hinging it forward. Getting that nice stretch through the back of your legs. If it feels good on your spine, it feels okay through your hips and your glutes to round forward, where you still feel that stretch through the back of your legs, that's always an option here. Getting this nice release. One more breath. And you can roll it on up. Now scoot your hips forward. You can lie down on your back, going into figure 4 stretch. Just take one leg across, lacing your hands behind your thigh, and just gently pulling your knee in towards your chest. So that way you're getting that nice stretch through your opposite hip here. Again, using your breath to help you. Now let's switch it out. So taking your opposite leg across, going into that figure 4, you can always lace your hands behind your thigh. One more breath here. And release back down. So now taking your leg up towards the ceiling, you can flex your foot, you can point it, or find something in between the two and just take your leg back towards your face so you get that stretch through your hamstring here. One more breath. And now bend your knee in towards your chest and then lengthen your leg back up towards the ceiling and hold it here for one more cycle. And now bend your knee into your chest again and lift to extend. Nice big inhale. And exhale. One more. Bending your knee in towards your chest and then lift to extend. Nice big inhale. Exhale and hold it here so you find that stretch through the back of your thigh. And release all the way back down. Same thing now, but on the other side, extending your leg. You can flex your foot, you can point through your foot, or just find that halfway position. Finding that nice stretch through the back of your leg here. Now bend your knee, bring it in towards your chest. Nice big inhale. Exhale, reach and lengthen to extend your leg. Again, bend your knee, bring it in towards your chest. Reach to extend. Inhale. And exhale. One more. Bringing that knee in towards your chest. And lengthen. Just holding it here, finding that stretch and the length through the back of your leg. And release back down. So placing both of your feet on the mat, finding that hip alignment. So hips are nice and even. Gently rock your knees to one side. You can reach your arms overhead and just hold it here. One more breath. And now rotate your knees to the opposite side, keeping that chest nice and open. And then bring your legs back through center. Keeping your arms overhead, just rotate your palms so they face in, or roll it on up. Think one vertebrae at a time. So your head is the last thing to come all the way back up. Find your forward fold. So lifting your hips up nice and high. Walk your feet back into downward dog. Finding that nice lift through your hips. Pressing your heels down into the mat. Two more deep breaths here. The last one. And then you can walk your feet in towards your hands, either rolling it on up or walking your hands up your thighs into that nice neutral spine. Reaching and sweeping your arms up and overhead. Nice big inhale. And then exhale, bend your elbows, open up your chest, lifting from your chest or from your sternum. And then release all the way back down. Thank you so much for joining me. I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye.